Welcome to the Crypto Business channel. Today we are reviewing a zero carbon project. Let's face it, we should all be taking more of an interest in the climate, in the way in which we are affecting it, but then you may be wondering why this should involve the blockchain or cryptocurrency. Well, there is an easier explanation out there than you may be aware, and an explanation is something known as zero carbon, which is seeking to unite both worlds in a way that is mutually beneficial for both, which can hardly be a bad thing. What is zero carbon? As the name suggests, it is more of a project than anything else, with a central focus being on climate change and what can be done to tackle it as quickly as possible. Of course, blockchain technology can be used in a number of industries and spheres, such as elections and healthcare, so the idea of using it in order to benefit the climate is certainly not too far removed from what has already been done before. In order to help, they are looking at using blockchain technology to help individuals to obtain renewable energy sources that are at a substantially lower price to make things appear to be far more sustainable than before. The hope is that by encouraging more people to switch to renewable energy sources, that it will have a knock-on effect for the climate and environment in general. The main thing is that it is a zero carbon energy source. So this can even come from fossil fuels, which is a bit of surprise when you think about it. However, the main aim is in reducing costs and moving people towards energy resources that are indeed better for the general climate. One of the most interesting things about ICOs is the range of problems they seek to solve. The zero carbon project is taking one of the biggest problems of all, global warming. The white paper gives depressingly familiar evidence that temperatures are continuing to rise and extreme weather events are more common. Quoting from the Nature Climate Change journal, the authors suggest that it is unlikely that world temperatures will rise by less than 2 degrees by centuries, and governments should plan for the 2 to 5 degree range. The likely range of global temperature increasing is 2.0 to 4.9 degrees Celsius, with median 3.2 degrees Celsius and 5% chance that it will be less than 2 degrees Celsius. Not only does the world have a problem, but the obvious solution, renewable energy sources, also have a problem. They are still too expensive. Though they have declined in price, they are still relatively more costly than fossil fuel options. Whilst this remains the case, there is a little incentive for people to move towards renewable sources. What's more, government subsidies are being reduced, so it will be years before renewables can outcompete fossil fuels. The Zero Carbon project works from the principle that it will be catastrophic to wait until renewables are cheap enough to encourage mass adoption. It plans to leverage international carbon credits and blockchain technology to reduce carbon emissions and provide electricity which is cheaper at both renewable sources and traditional fossil fuel derived energy. White paper. The project team has put together a comprehensive white paper and range of supplementary documents, including an intro pack risk disclosure documents, and privacy policy. The white paper goes out of its way to ensure that potential investors understand the risks and legal implications of the ICO. In fact, there are 4 pages of legal warning before you get to the contest index page. Throughout there is a reassuring awareness that an idea or business does not exist in isolation. Instead, it is part of the legal and competitive landscape, which is constantly being influenced by other actors. In addition to the legalities, the white paper uses considerable space acknowledging its competitors and detailing how this proposition is different. The key distinction is the use of international carbon credits, allowing for immediate reductions in emissions. International carbon credits, CER, Certified Emission Reduction credits, were introduced by the Clean Development Mechanism set up by the 1997 Kyoto Protocol project in developing countries which reduce emissions, for instance by preventing deforestation or closing a greenhouse gas emitting factory, can earn CER. It is made and be sold on international markets to buyers from the developed world who can use them to offset their carbon emissions targets. According to the Zero Carbon Project, carbon offsets can reduce global carbon emissions for about 2% of the premium required to cover the cost of electricity from new local renewable energy projects. As part of projects due diligence, any energy suppliers on the platform must be able to show that their CERs come from reputable and transparent projects. The technical aspect of the project. The Zero Carbon Project is going to be using a token called Energize, and to get a better understanding of the way in which it works from a technical perspective, we can look in a cycle that is going to occur when you decide to use their service and cryptocurrency. Built via the Ethereum platform, it is going to make full use of smart contracts in order to link both energy suppliers and consumers together in a brand new way. The consumers are rewarded for taking action and as a result obtain energized tokens they can then sell them via third-party exchanges with the zero carbon energy suppliers, then buying tokens to gain access to the consumers. The relationship between both sides is confirmed with the smart contract, which can obviously not be changed by anybody, and it provides a sense of solidity between both parties. The fact that they are using Ethereum is also going to mean that the platform itself is going to be stable and able to be scaled up should they manage to get a substantial number of households to use their service while being given rewards, and can reach as much as 70%. There is also the idea of complete transparency, so different suppliers have to be honest with what they are offering, with the consumer then holding the power as to who they will choose. When they do this, they simply complete the smart contract and everything will then kick into action. Thanks for watching. For today this is the end. More information about this project will be in the next video. Subscribe to my channel. Invest and make money. Good luck.